All right, boys, round 16 is in the books, and there were quite a few interesting results. This is Red Card Radio. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're listening from. Thanks for tuning in. Red Card Radio is a weekly look at the Premier League from three friends who support different clubs. My name is James. I support Arsenal. With me tonight is Brad. He supports Chelsea. Down below that is Sean. He supports Tottenham. Maybe we should say 5-star Tottenham. But boys, how you guys doing tonight? Everyone doing well?
We are not in a title race.
It's good to know.
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great.
Neither are we. So
yeah, neither are we. So as long as we all agree that none of our teams are in the title race, so we're good to go.
Right. That's right.
One of those three statements may be false. We don't know.
Two truths and a lie.
two lies and a truth, you mean?
No, two truths and a lie was correct.
In my we'll get to my commiserations with Tamzid in just a few moments, but his claim is that the title race doesn't start till March, so who knows? We'll see. But if you are new here, if you just stumbled across us, if you are not yet subscribed, if you could hit that subscribe button, ring the sub notification bell if you're on YouTube. If you're on one of the podcast sites, hit it with a follow, 5-star review. Comments are now available on Spotify as well. And so all of those good things really do help us out tremendously. And we would really appreciate it if you also hit the share button, join our Discord so you can get your picks in. And for our preview episodes, and without further ado, let's take a look at match week 12, round 16, wherever we're at. 16. What's up, Sean?
Let me tee you up.
Okay,
what
team
is
me
the
up.
most surprising result of the weekend?
Ooh.
Liverpool and Arsenal dropping points. United winning the derby. Tottenham not losing a lead, losing a game in which they had a lead. That's a common theme. Or Ipswich pulling the stunner off.
So you're asking me what's
the most
surprising result? Everton stuffing Arsenal at home, holding them goalless.
I love that.
Liverpool getting a last-minute tie against Fulham down a man. So it was 10-man Liverpool getting a last-minute equalizer against Fulham.
Mm-hmm.
I love/hate that.
Ipswich
in the 93rd.
Ipswich beating Wolves.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Which I predicted would happen.
Or Tottenham not blowing a first half lead. First half lead, by the way.
Against Southampton. Or Manchester City capitulating a 1-goal lead after the 87th minute against this Manchester United team. I think that there is only one correct answer here, and it's the fact that within the span of like a minute and a half, Manchester City threw away the derby.
Man, that was fun, wasn't it? And what a great softball I threw you on that one.
Yeah, it was. That's not even a question, bro. Like, am I shocked? Am I shocked that a Sean Dyche team held Arsenal scoreless at the Emirates? Absolutely not. I was expecting that.
You probably could have predicted that.
Yeah, I didn't predict it, but I could have. No,
it was an option for a prediction.
Yes,
here, guys.
yeah, it certainly was.
One of the three.
Let's talk about this Manchester derby because I think Joel texted us midway through the second half and was like, "This is the most boring Manchester derby ever."
Yes, he did.
And it's because it was 1-0 to City, and it was just plotting, and like nothing was happening, and like it looked like nothing. It looked like nothing United were going to do would work. They brought on Antony to try and win the game. like that's the state of this Manchester United team is that they needed Antony to come on to try and win the game.
Now, we are three well-known Manchester United haters.
Well-known.
And pretty sure that there was referee collusion through the late 90s, early 2000s.
Absolutely.
We all agree that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, that brings us to the penalty. I think all three of us will agree that was a penalty.
The first one or the second one?
There was only one. It was Bruno finished it, but
one was called,
yes.
One was not.
Yes.
Oh, the one that was I'm specifically speaking about the one that was called.
Yes,
it was correctly adjudicated a penalty.
Yes, absolutely.
I think we all can agree that.
Absolutely,
yes.
That was a stonewall penalty.
Yeah.
The one that they should have called early in the second half looked to me like a stonewall penalty as well. Guardiola comes across and he doesn't get any ball, takes out Hoyland, and they don't call anything. VAR checks it and is like, no, that seems reasonable. And you're like, the defender didn't play the ball, took out the man in the box, and you're not calling it like only City get away with that. Only City get away with that. But yes,
it was a completely ridiculously stupid play. Was that? I think it was Nunez, wasn't it? Trying to track back.
Yeah. So no, who was it that gave up the penalty? I'm not sure who gave up the penalty.
Let me look
but
at the lineup.
it was the same. It was the same.
No. Yeah, it was Nunez because he was playing out of position.
It was the same.
Nunez.
It was the same person who gave the hospital pass to Ederson that got intercepted by Jallo, and he just like both of these plays seemed preventable to a degree. And so the first goal that was the penalty, it comes about for a back pass that's going from, I think it was like the right back in position, or was it the left side? I forget which side it was, but it was going from.
It was on Ederson's right, so it was the left side as you're attacking.
Okay, so it's going from one of the fullbacks back to the keeper, and it's just severely underhit. And Jallo is able to just come collect and beats Ederson, and then just gets taken out in the box. Like, it's just not. There's a beautiful video from the City bench where you see Pep watching it, and you can see his reaction unfolding as you see the pass, and he's just like losing his mind. And then he sees the foul, and he just like puts his hands on his head and just like it's poetry. That one video is poetry. But then the second goal, just a lazy ball over the top that Ederson doesn't come for, that the center backs don't clear, that Jallo just takes a touch away from, takes a single touch, goes by Ederson, and is able to put a goal in, and just
a tough angle for the goal to go in. So
Well,
we
I
gotta
will
give him
admit,
props for that.
Yeah, well,
B,
we'll
that was a really good chip over the goalie to keep it where he could still score.
Yep. Great goal.
Sure.
So I will add some
think,
Manchester United hate here. Does Rashford score that?
No.
No, that's why he's on the chopping block. He said it today. He said, "I think I'm ready for a new challenge." So Rashford is out of United.
Well, yeah, he's certainly very far down the pecking order with Amorim.
Now he does play. I'm pretty sure Rashford plays on the left, so that wouldn't have been his ball to get anyway. But
he's just not fast. He's not fast enough to get.
But he's not that fast. Yeah, he's not that fast anymore.
He doesn't have that technical ability that Jallo has as well. I think it's amazing to me that Jallo was in the dungeons under Ten Hag. Like, he just the guy did not play.
Couldn't get minutes. Couldn't get on the bench. It was incredible.
Did that pass come from Maguire?
It was deep.
Am I misremembering that?
I thought it was Ugarte, but it was deep. I don't know if it was Ugarte or Martinez, but it was
Martinez.
from deep.
Martinez gets the assist for the second goal.
Okay, yeah, I knew it was back there though.
It would have been beautiful if it was Maguire. Yeah, so yeah, that's a shocking result. That I think this is actually a good segue into looking at the table. I do have the updated table up for you. So if you look at City's, and apparently that City in their last 11 games have only won once, which is incredible. They fall to 5th in the table, 9 points behind first place Liverpool, who have a game in hand on everybody. Chelsea are only 2 points behind Liverpool because Liverpool drew. Arsenal are 6 points behind Liverpool and 4 points behind Chelsea.
At the height, what was it? Was it 10 up over you guys or 9 at the height of what they were what City were leading by?
City? I don't remember. I know I think Liverpool's biggest amount over us was 11.
Look, when they beat Everton, this leads back to 9 from you guys, and it's
7
5 from us.
5 for you guys, yeah.
So like we even in the title race yet.
Shocker, Forest is back into 4th, and they're just vibing. Bournemouth, Villa, Fulham, Brighton, Tottenham round out the top 10. So Tottenham's 10th. That's a little wild. If we look to the bottom of the table, Southampton, Wolves, and Ipswich are all in the bottom. And everyone else is kind of meandering around there. You still got the United table from 12th to 14th. That still exists. No positions have changed. It's still Newcastle, Manchester, West Ham in that order.
Wait a second.
I
just noticed something on this table here.
Yeah, waiting, Brad. What do you know?
Tottenham are 10th,
Correct.
but yet they have the second best offense in terms of goals scored and the third best defense in terms of goals against.
Could I draw your
What?
Could I draw your attention to the loss column?
I understand that. I guess I'm just flabbergasted in that you guys aren't giving up many goals.
No,
Yeah,
no.
it's called
And you're
losing by
scoring a ton of
1
goals.
every
Yeah.
time.
They win by 5 and lose by 1.
Yeah.
I get that because that's what
like
Ange wants to play. That's Ange ball.
Like 2 of those losses are Ipswich and Palace away, in which we lost 1-0 and couldn't score a goal.
One of those losses is a 3-4 loss to Chelsea. So they scored a bunch of goals but still lost. You know,
or 3-2 loss to Brighton at the Amex.
Yeah, exactly.
A 2-goal lead in the first half.
And then you've got like 4-0 victories over City and 5-0 victories over Southampton. Yeah. So like it's a
it's your perfect roller coaster. Win 7, draw 2, lose 7.
Yep.
But at least there's a bunch of goals. So the roller coaster goes on.
Do we want to talk about Tottenham now?
Yeah, sure. I mean, what a game, huh?
I mean, you tell me.
I took a nap in the second half. No, it was. I was trying to get the goal scores up. I'm pretty sure Sonny had 2, Madison had 2, and Sar was the other one. But I'm just trying to confirm that. There we go. Yeah. Madison in the 47th second, which is unreal. By the way, had to give some flowers to some online tacticos who were calling for Spence to start.
Not him.
Off. I'm not saying his name. Off the start, ball goes out to the wing to Spence, breaks the press, springs the through pass right on Madison's feet, who calmly finishes it 47 seconds into the game. So I mean, you got to give him credit for beating the press, getting behind, finding space, and landing the pass behind the back line.
It's Southampton.
Listen, okay, Hayward Bellis is going to be on. Hayward Bellis is going to be on a Premier League team next year. He's not going to the Championship. I miss Kulusevski.
Southampton.
What? Hey, what happened to Udogie?
I think it was ankle.
Okay.
So
I just saw 20th minute, so like I clearly wasn't watching.
Lower leg of some sort. I think the word was not going to be long. I know Bergvall had a heck of a game. Ran his butt off to the point that against Southampton, when we tried 40% capacity in the second half, we were literally just passing it around the entire time. And Bergvall was cramping at the end of it. And I'm like, bro, we haven't done anything since halftime. Like, we haven't done any running. I don't know. But we were out of subs, so like,
yeah.
Ange was like, figure it out. Stretch. I don't know what to tell you. Basically. we had subbed on everybody. These are fun, man.
I make the joke that it's Southampton, but you have to do this, right? Like you can only play the teams that are in front of you, and if it's Southampton, you need to put 5 past them, and you need to move on with your life and just do your job and move on, and that's what Spurs did.
And I know it's Southampton, but I am happy that we took a lead, commanded a lead, put the foot on the throat, didn't settle for 2 or 3, and then finished the game out. That's clean sheet out the door. We'll see you back at our place next.
It's what you guys did to City a few weeks ago. Is that you blew up and you got to a 4-goal lead, and you just called it a day. Now, like this weekend coming up, just to tease a small amount for our preview show on Friday, you got Liverpool coming to town. So, I'm speaking just for me, and we'll get into this more on Friday. And I think I might also be speaking for Brad, but if you want to put another 5 past Liverpool, I mean, we're down.
We're in this. You can have the number 1 offense. I'm down.
Yeah.
Bang 5 into Liverpool. I would love it.
I'm confirming, but I'm pretty sure we play United midweek.
You do in the EFL.
That's in the EFL Cup.
That doesn't count.
Yes, we do. We play on Thursday.
I swear, if you guys use up all your goals against United in the Carabao Cup, we're gonna have issues. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what he's gonna do. I mean, you have a cup.
No, he's going to play everybody because that's
then you
shot you guys have at winning a trophy.
And then you play the kids on the weekend. We got to use the kids now. We're injured.
He needs to be able to. He needs to be able to say that he won a trophy in his second season. So,
Yeah.
By the way,
we can.
before we move on, shout out to Alfie Dorrington and Lancashire. I believe both of them got their EPL debut. So shout out to them. I know
Nice.
Dorrington did. I would pretty sure Lancashire only played in Europe. So
yeah, we weren't
shout out
quite
to those guys.
we weren't quite ready to move on because I have to use the firing of the Southampton manager
Oh,
to
yes.
tease our next story. And so, as a result of this this match, the Southampton manager was relieved of his duties. I think he was called up to the chairman's office after the team talk and
Give
was
him the old
told
Lane Kiffin.
unceremoniously to get the bleep out of here. And so Southampton are what is the 2 for?
That was Lancshire's second appearance.
Oh,
Okay.
fair enough.
But close enough. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Speaking of fired managers, I would like to
Another
draw
one.
all of your attention to last week's preview episode. I posed a question: would Gary O'Neill still be employed on Monday? And all of you said yes, except for
Good.
me. I said that he would be sacked because he would lose to Ipswich. And lo and behold, Wolves lost to Ipswich, and
They
Gary O'Neill is no longer employed at Wolves Football Club.
That's true.
First off, can you guys congratulate me on being so correct?
Great job. Great job,
Good
James
job.
Stradamus. You did phenomenal in
Good job.
predicting that the second worst team in the Premier League would fire their manager.
That's true.
I mean,
That's true.
how did you know it was coming?
When you're right, you're right. I'm just
To be fair, I think we ought to say if they lose, he's probably gone.
yes, but
We just didn't put our whole chest into it like you did.
I
You know what?
put my whole
I think-
trust
Props
into
to you because we said Gary O'Neill was gone, but we didn't think Southampton was going to do it.
it.
And they said, nope. We ain't gonna let Gary O'Neill be the only one.
I don't think so much the problem for Gary O'Neill was that he is 19 on 9 points. I think the problem for Gary O'Neill, it is extremely visible that he has lost the locker room.
That's the
Vocal and visible.
I was thinking that last week. So there was a dust up after the Wolves West Ham game last Monday, and I was like, "Ooh, that doesn't look good for Gary O'Neill." And then when he had this week, then when he still had the team this weekend, and there was the same kind of just like unrest in the team at full time, I was like, "Yeah, you can't survive that. Once the players are in open rebellion and just like mad at everything, they're not going to listen to you in training. They're not going to care, and that's just It's a ticking time.
Speaking of that, one back on the Southampton coach. I know you guys didn't get a chance to watch all of it. I think you watched the highlights. Their coach left the pitch with about 3 minutes of extra time in the first half to go.
Really?
Yeah, I think there were 6 extra minutes. He left around the 44th or 43rd. Yeah, and just hit the tunnel.
Maybe he had to really had to go to the bathroom.
Maybe he's got a good excuse. It doesn't sound like it was good enough.
Was it after?
Maybe that's when he got fired.
Was it after the 5th goal?
No, I don't think. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think he knows that. Well, he knew it once he hit the locker room. I think it was before the Madison goal.
Jeez, that's not good luck. Yeah. So Gary O'Neill's out of a job. Wolves are looking for a manager.
No, Wolves have found a manager.
Oh, have they?
Vitor Pereira coming from the Saudi league, I believe.
Oh,
I don't know his past. He's probably Portuguese, if I had to guess.
But Wolves, that makes sense. They kind of have a
Portuguese
connection.
You're correct.
He's a Portuguese manager.
And
that's amazing.
Is coming from Al Shabaab. Yeah. Previous stops in Flamengo, Corinthians, Fibonacci. So he's bounced around. He's got Olympiacos not too long ago. So he's got some.
Sounds like he spent a lot of time in Brazil.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's bounced around. Had some runs here and there with some decent teams. So we'll see what he can do.
I believe, Brad, that you told me we couldn't get out of this episode without talking about Arsenal.
Hey, you know what? You guys played such a great game. You created so many opportunities. You guys have won 3 trophies under Arteta. Couldn't get a goal past Everton.
I mean, all of that is factually true.
Well, so and the reason I don't know if you saw,
Oh yeah,
But in
I'm
Arteta's
aware.
press conference,
I'm aware of the discourse.
hey, so you've won one trophy. No. We got 2 community cups, community shields. We won 3.
I mean, hold on. Let me ask this question, Sean. If Tottenham win the Community Shield next year, will you celebrate it like a trophy?
I'm still celebrating the Audi Cup.
Okay.
This is not fair to ask Sean out of everybody here. This is not fair to ask
It's the wrong
Sean.
one. It's the wrong one.
It was intentional. Because Brad's gonna obfuscate and he's gonna be like, no,
16 years, 293 days, and 4
Okay,
hours. I don't know what that means, but 16 years, 293 days. If they sniff something close to an Audi Cup, Sean's gonna celebrate it like it's the World Cup.
I'm sorry, but like 6 years ago, Arsenal were a joke.
Hey,
Right? Would you admit that? That
Yeah.
6 years ago,
I love it.
Arsenal were the joke of the top 6.
Yeah,
We
so I don't
haven't.
think it's fair.
Would you like they were trying to replace us with Leicester? Remember? Do you remember those pictures? They were like scratching Arsenal off and putting Leicester in the big 6, and you're just like, okay, and so like all of these insane people who have any like beef with Arteta. What do you expect? Like, we're going up against generational cheaters in City for the last 2 years. And now we've had a bit of a downturn this year. I mean, like, the season's not even half over. Like, and we're not out of it yet. We're third in the Premier League and third in the new style Champions League. Like, what do these people want? Like, I'm sorry, but like
First.
I get it. I
First.
want first as well, but I want first in May. Okay. And we've got a lot of stuff going on. So let's judge the season in May instead of talking about you need to sack Arteta now. And apparently AFTV was on a bender this weekend. And so like all these people are just like controversy merchants. And I just I have no patience for it.
You
James,
have to get the views.
I want you to know that who has the most trophies in English football?
Liverpool.
It's not a trick question. They count the community shields
exactly
in their total. So
exactly.
Just want you to know that.
I'm not hating on it.
I just want you to feel better about it a little bit. When they say that number of whatever it is, a bajillion trophies that we've won, they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. They're about 14 community trophies. 16 community trophies are in there.
If we called it the English Super Cup, would it get more? Because that's what all the other countries call it. They call it the Super Cup in Spain. They call it the Super Cup in Italy. Like would it get more love if it was called the Super Cup? Yes.
I just found it hilarious that he's defending his record.
They let you take that plate home, buddy.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I'm not mad at it. That's
like Wimbledon.
That's 3 trophies wins, right?
That's
like
a platter.
Sure, go ahead. That's Jose Mourinho with the 3 up there.
Go away, Brad. It is disappointing to draw it home to Everton, especially we dominated the game, absolutely dominated it. And
you should have had like 6 goals.
Oh, that's what I went to look at.
Yeah. Pickford had a couple really good saves. We had a couple really bad misses, and that's the nature of it. And sometimes the ball just doesn't go in. And thankfully, Liverpool also dropped points away at Fulham. It could have been so much better. Like if Fulham almost won that game, and so it would have been crazy thinking about the fact that we drew at home to Everton and didn't lose ground on Liverpool. So like that is a silver lining. Obviously, it's annoying that we don't capitalize on Liverpool dropping points. This is the second weekend in a row that we don't capitalize on Liverpool dropping points. And so like that's exceptionally frustrating. But we've only played 16 games. So
you guys won the funniest meme of the weekend award.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Let me hold that.
What is this?
What is it?
Yeah. And Everton, I won't show it on, but an Everton fan posted a picture of Bane because of Sean Dyche and Everton, and it says, "You merely adopted the set piece. I was born in it, molded by it."
Yes. Again, if you're gonna do Bane, you gotta put your hands in front of your yeah. Yeah, that was a good one. Tamzid sent that to me as well on Monday morning. It's a good one. I think that's all we got. So We will, just as a quick reminder, if you're watching this as this is going live, right now the EFL Cup is going on. On Wednesday, Arsenal and Palace, Newcastle, Brentford, Southampton, Liverpool. And then on Thursday is Spurs United from the Hotspurs Lane Stadium, White Hart Lane, Hotspur, whatever it's called.
3-Point Lane?
The Tottenham Community Center.
Tottenham Community.
Until we get a sponsor. The Tottenham Recreation Forum.
I like that. The Tottenham Recreational Garden.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
It's White Hart until they get a name.
Yes, for sure. Those are quarterfinal matches. So I think that there's another draw after this, or have they set the table? Have they set the bracket? I don't know.
Pretty sure it's set.
We don't care enough to check, but that is going on just as a FYI.
And Chelsea's playing on Thursday night as well.
Are they playing in Turkmenistan this weekend? Or?
No, we're playing it at the bridge. Some Shamrock Rovers.
Oh, I've heard of them before.
Hey,
yeah.
and they're sixth on the table. So this is a competition here. This is
sixth of the table.
These dubs. They're sixth of the table, and we're first.
What was it? There was a couple weeks.
They are the Bournemouth of their league.
There was some team that we were making fun of that somebody beat down a man. Maybe it was Spurs in
it was Spurs. It was Spurs and
you guys
team from Azerbaijan, and it was the city of Azerbaijan.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
All right, that's all we got. We're gonna get out of here. Check back on Friday. We will be coming with a preview of round 17, and we will be going over the very important picks that everyone has made. See how everyone fared there. Until then, hit us up on social media. That guy up top, that's at KSBradG. Down below, that's at Whiteheart_Sean. I am at James Tiffany. Collectively, we can be reached at redcard_radio. Redcard, info.redcardradio@gmail.com if you need to email us. Yeah, and we will be back later this week. Thanks so much for listening.